Hello and welcome back to LJP Resin Craft. So today we are going to be doing a tray. So I'm also going to do handles as well for it. I'm going to do the bigger size handles rather than the little. Okay, so my plan for this is for the background I am going to have three colours. I'm going to do white, blue and green. So those are the colours I'm planning on there. No, I'm not going to do blue. I'm just going to do green and cream. So the handles I'm going to do cream, and I'm going to do cream. I'm going to make up a cream for the backing of this as well. So it's going to be backed with the colours, then I'll put the sticker on, and then I will coat it with clear with a little bit of the Dazzling Diamond in it to make it sparkle. But yeah, so let me get some resin mixed up. I'm thinking for the base layer and the handles I'm not going to need more than about 8 ounces. So I will split it, mostly cream, and I just want the green to be a little bit of an accent. So I'm going to be doing it so it's split more like 2 ounces green and the rest is going to be white. So let me get these mixed up and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Got the resin mixed up. And just going to do my usual, making certain it's off all the bottom and the sides to make certain it's fully mixed up. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to do the alcohol trick again. So I'm going to just put that in for the green, and knock the green over apparently. Give it a quick wipe down, and then the next is going to be the cream. So it's going to be mostly white, put a fair bit of white in, and then just a touch of yellow. So probably just that touch of yellow. Okay. So then just need to spray the alcohol in, and then just wanting to dissolve all the mica powder. That's gonna take some time. So you can see there on the bottom. There we go. That's all dissolved. And that will probably, I think, a little bit more yellow, but I think that's going to be nice for a cream. You might not be able to tell on the video. Right, so I'm only going to do a little bit of green, probably about that much, and then the rest is going to go into the cream. And my plan is to do like a marbling effect with that green. That's why I've only done a little bit. Just get all that out. And I will split this back into that cup once it's been mixed. Yeah, that's nice colour. So yeah, pour that half of it back into there for the bubble remover. And might as well just give it another mix in there, just in case there is any leftover resin that needed mixing back up. Okay, and then that's going to be too big, I'll get a little one. There we go, that's the green. Right, let me get these in the bubble remover and I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and we have the resin debubbled and ready to go. So first thing I'm going to do is just give it a quick spray, and I'm going to go straight in with pouring the white in. Not bothered if it is a very thin layer, because that's all I want. I just hope I've got enough to also fill the handles. If not, I will have to get some more resin poured up and get them filled. I don't think it will take a lot. Okay, so just trying to make certain it gets into all the edges. And pour a little bit more. Because this is only going to be the background of it, and then I think it will more than likely take about 20 ounces in total. So that's that, and let me just try and get the handles poured. Just want to make certain I get them down in the actual handle parts. Not handle, I can't think of the word. in the part that will be going into the resin. So what I will do is I will just get a silicone piece in there, just going around the edges. And then just going to top those up a little bit. It's the first time making these handles, so I'm not 100% certain how they will come out, but we'll see. Right, that's that. I will go over those in a minute. Got some more resin here, so it doesn't hurt to get a little bit more resin in. As long as I've got the resin for the handles, that's all I was worried about. There we go. And then with the green, like I said, I want to try and make it marbly, veiny. I don't know how else to describe it, so I'm just dribbling it in, and then probably the same one. I just want not mix it in as such, but I just don't want it to be solid colour. And I don't want it too dark that when you put the sticker on it won't be visible. And I think maybe a tiny little bit more here. Yeah. There we go. I think that is how I want it. Still got a lot of that green. So I think last week I got this out. I thought it was an elephant. So I think what I'll do is I will use this as my extras mould, because I don't want to do anything else. So let's just have a layer of green. And then we'll see what we get in the next video and see if we can top it up with more, or even in the add some clear and add a colour into it. Okay, so that is the tray started. There we go, and the elephant started. Again, I think it's an elephant, could be completely wrong. Okay, so yeah, let's let those set and I will be back when it's time to do the next steps. Okay, we are back, and this is now cured. Let's get the handles out and see what we need to do with these. Just get a little bit of alcohol in there because it's not loosening up. There we go. Okay, so they are still a little bit soft. So whatever I decide to do, I will have to wait for them to fully cure before the next step. So I don't know if you can see, but there is a little bit of a dip there. So I will be going in with some UV resin most likely on both of those, but we'll let those cure for that little bit longer. Let's get the sticker on. So the sticker is here. One thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a pair of gloves on, because we can't do anything until pour any more resin until those have cured up enough to be solid. So we can get the sticker on though, and we'll just turn the heat mat off. Okay, the veining, I suppose, hasn't really gone veining. It's just kind of merged the colour in, but it's still fine. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give a quick spray, because I have touched it with my bare fingers and I don't want any grease or anything causing any issues. So just give it a quick rub down with alcohol. There we go. And that's going to go directly in the middle. So first off, let's peel off the back. I can never get these stickers off. Okay, let's try the tape trick. And see if this works. Nope. Doesn't appear to be wanting to work. Ah, I think we got it. Right. So just need to make certain it's in the middle. And then okay, and then I'm just going to use a tool to make certain, oh, it's all fully down and stuck. Right. Come on. Stick. It's not wanting to stick down. Not wanting to cooperate. Right, I think it is too hot and it's not sticking correctly, so I am going to leave it, let it cool down, and then I will come back and have another attempt at getting the top off that sticker. So I will come back in about half an hour. Okay, I am back. It's been about half an hour, 45 minutes. It's now cool to the touch, and let's give it another try. Okay, so that's better. Coming off lovely now. And there we go. So that is what it's going to look like. Obviously I'm going to put a layer of clear resin with the glitter in it. The handles are still a little bit wobbly, but they are firming up a little bit, and it will be a case of they will go on either side like that. But as I've said, I need to sort that edging out. I don't know if you can see it very well, but yes, I need to sort that out. Whether I just sand down the top and then get some UV resin on it, but we'll see. We'll get to that point then. That is about half full. I might get enough for that, but I reckon it's going to take about 10 to 12 more ounces in there to fill that up. But yeah, so I'm going to leave that and these to firm up overnight, and I will come back in the morning for me in a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds for yourself to finish that off tomorrow. Okay, so I will be back then. Okay, so I am back. and we are going to be finishing off the handles for the tray. So for this I am going to be using UV resin. Oh, I forgot my gloves. So let me get some gloves on and then we'll start working. So it's going to be UV resin just on the top. I may add a little bit of this powder in. I think I can mix it in that. Nope, I found them. Trying to find little mixing cups, and I found them. Okay, so where is I can't find anything today, is there? I'm disorganized today. Okay, so just gonna be a little bit of UV resin. It's probably gonna be needing more UV resin, but I want to first see if it's gonna work, and I'll do it in layers. Okay. I think I'm going to put a bit more in. A lot more really, but I can still do it in layers. I think I put too much mica powder in. There we go. And then all I'm going to do, just going to put it in just to take off that edge at the top. I don't even think I'm going to need to do it in layers, but we'll see. I think I've done too much UV resin, but we will find other uses for it. Okay, I think that's the first one done. Just a little bit more. And I'm just going to move that out of the way because I'm only going to be using a torch first, just to firm it up so it's not going to leak. And then I will be putting it in the full size. Okay, that should be enough to hold it in place. Okay, on to the next one. So bring my UV resin back over. go. Might not be too much, or too much. I don't think I'll use it all for this, but it's going to use a fair amount of it. There we go. I think that's more or less it. So a little bit of overflows there. Okay, I think that's it. So move that out of the way again. Come on. And then just with the little UV torch, just to firm it up again. And then I will put them in the full one for about 5 minutes. And once they're done, I'll bring you back and we'll check to see how we're getting on. Okay. Get them stood up. And there we go. So I will be back in about 5 minutes with the finished product. Okay, so they've been in now for 5 minutes, and I think I'm going to have to do another quick top coat on them just to be on the safe side. So let me get the UV torch back out. Okay, so again I'm just going to go over the top. And looks like I might need a little bit more. I thought I was going to have leftovers, so I did get an extra out, but I don't think I'm going to need an extra. I think I'm going to need more resin. I'm going to get a bit more resin mixed up. Not going to do as much this time. And grab mica powder again. That's the Dazzling Diamond mica powder that I've been using as well. There we go. almost finished. Okay, there we go. And that's the first one. And the second one, which I've just made a mess on, just oh, I'm making a mess on this one. I'm going to need to get the UV light on my apron. I keep wiping it off on there. Probably shouldn't. I think I turned my microphone back on then, but I had. And it doesn't look like there's going to be much extras on this one either. So put that back on top. Nope. Nope. Ah, miss. Just grab my tool. That is still good. Stop it. Okay, I think we're good. I might just top this one up a little bit because a lot of it's got onto my hands. And then I think I want to do the torch, just to be on the safe side. Because I don't want that to happen again, and I've got none left again. Okay, so torch. There we go, that should firm it up. No falling, please. Yep, that's 5 minutes. Come on. That bottom light never stays on. Right, what I'm going to do with the very little bit, I'm going to just put a little bit on the tips of the wings of this fairy, and then that, when I get the spare resin to pour into the fairy, it will add that extra sparkle to it. I can't think of the word. There we go. So the wings will have extra sparkle, and I'll just bob that in there because it will be easier to clean when it's dried. Spray a little bit of alcohol. I have ordered myself, I broke the tip off the end of my silicone tool. Oh well, it should be still good enough. Yeah, so I've ordered myself one of the press down to pull out the alcohol, so I'm not having to spray all the time. So that should improve things. Let's get that in there as well. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be in there for another 5 minutes. So I will be back after that's finished in there. Okay, we are back, and been 5 minutes again. So that one will be good for the next extra. That's good to be, see, just getting cleaned up. So that's easy enough to do. I'll do that in a minute. And then there we go. Yep, I'm happy with those. So they will be going on here. But we'll put them to one side for a moment. We'll move the, whoops, breaking things. Didn't actually break it. I'll put that away for 2 seconds. Right, on to the next step, which is going to be getting the resin mixed up for this. So I was originally planning on doing about 12 ounces, but in all honesty, after I've looked at the amount of resin that's currently in there compared to the space left to fill up, and I only did 8 ounces last time, I think I'm only going to do about 8 ounces again this time. Might do 10 ounces actually, just to be on the safe side. So I'll get my big mixing tub out, I'll get some resin ready to get mixed up, and once the resin's mixed up I will be right back. Okay, so I have the resin mixed up, and I'm just going to go around the edges and the bottom, just to make certain that it is fully mixed up. Right. There we go. I will be putting this into a couple of paper cups to put in the bubble remover. But first I am going to do is I'm just going to clear off most of the resin from this, and in just a little bit, and that's how much I'm going to have in there for the sparkle. So just mix that together. And there we go, that's it. So I'll get that poured into these, put into the bubble remover, and when it's time to pour into the tray, I can come back, but I might as well just finish pouring these into here first. I'm gonna separate a little bit off because I want to see if I can get enough resin to start the fairy. I won't get it finished today, but in the next video I should have some extras to be able to finish that off. Don't know whether it's worth actually splitting this into 3 cups rather than 2, because there is a fair bit. I ended up doing 10 ounces. Should I split it into... No, it should be fine. It's not that bubbly, so I can't see it overflowing that much. But yes, so I'll get these in the bubble remover and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got the resin debubbled, so it's as simple as getting it poured. I will give it a quick spray with alcohol first. And we'll start on the edges, make certain it gets into everywhere it needs to go. I think we would have had enough with 8 ounces, but I like to make certain, because the amount of times I've done too little and then had to go back and remix it, and I don't think I'll get a chance to remix some resin today, so I can always use any extras for other projects. So okay, so that's all covered. It will be having more in. I just want to get these placed. Right. There we go. And then what are we doing? I think that is more or less full. Yep. Maybe a little bit more just down here. There we go. So that's about 9 ounces that's gone in. Because I think there's probably about, well, 9.5-ish ounces. That's about half an ounce. So not too bad. Just need to make certain those handles are correct, which they look correct from here. I know you're looking on it at a slight angle. Maybe this one a little bit further. Not that far though. And I think that will be it. Right, so I'm going to get this fairy done, and I'm going to give the fairy a little bit of colour. I think red. I think all the thing is settled at the bottom. I forgot to shake it. Let's try that again. There we go. So just get that mixed in, and then I'll move it once it's all in there. So, oh, I forgot to spray. Just need to get into all the stars, all the moon, and then I need to tidy it up. Right, so let's just get all the excess put back into the little tub. Go. Right, so that's the fairy done, and I do have a little bit more. Could do with some way of moving that. I've got a piece of cardboard or something. Let me have a look. I know. And there we go. In there. That just needs a quick wipe. I'll give it a full wipe down in a minute. Right, so I have got a little bit more of the red left. So let's do a little flower. And then the remaining will just go into my little extras mould. There we go. All done. So it's just a case now of letting it all cure, and we will be back when it's time to demold, although there's not going to be much of a demolding this time, because it's just a flat mold, so it should be pretty simple. Okay, so yeah, I will see you when it's time to demold. Okay, so we're back. It is now cured, so let's get it demolded. First, let's just demold this little flower. There we go. A little bit of trimming off there needed, and then that's come out really nice. Can't grumble at that. We'll keep that one over here because that's going to have another layer on it. Let me just put that away. Right, so the next is going to be the demolding of the actual tray. It's not going to be anything new because you've seen everything that it looks like. But yeah, so that's the tray. I think I will just I'll just go around the edges once it's finished fully curing, make certain that there's no sharp edges. I might even do another top coat, but again, that will be off camera, so we don't need to worry about that. But in the end, that is the piece, and that's actually come out really nice. I'm happy with that. It's got the handles, but yeah, and I'm very, very happy with that. So I'll get some photos, and then they'll be attached to the end of the video. There's not going to be much photos today, it's just a little flower and then the tray, but yes, I'll get those photos, and that's the end of the video. Please like and subscribe, come back again next week, let me know in the comments anything that you want to see in the upcoming videos. But yeah, that's it for this week. Hope you're back next week. Bye for now.